สวัสดีครับยินดีต้อนรับเข้าสู่ฮองไกซาเร็วครับกับพาร์ทนี้นะครับการถกเถียงจงห้ำหันแทนผมหอมนะฮะเรื่องราวต่อจากพาร์ทที่แล้วมาครับห่างมาพอสมควรเลยไม่ใช่อะไรคลิปลงห่างพอสมควรเดี๋ยวจะพยายามกลับมาลงวันละคลิปแล้วนะครับขอบคุณนะครับที่ยังพอมีคนดูอยู่ เอาว่าเดี๋ยวเรามาเริ่มเนื้อเรื่องกันเลยครับอันนี้ให้กลับไปที่สภาพึ่งเทพและแจ้งให้กัลยาทราบซิ่งนี่จะจบที่พาร์ทนะ
into Lenten above, as the Theoros I have observed.
Aglaya, what happened here?
I know about the poisonous fangs of that king snake through the golden threads. In the past, I would be...
What do you mean?
It is no longer about eloquence or arguments. I have been a demigod for far too long that I hardly have any humanity left. Before I realized it, this has come a lot sooner than I expected. But perhaps it is time. I need you to step up, Finan, in order for me to
Yes, this is my duty, but...
It is far easier for the Council of Elders to fool many than just fool one person. Their so-called more support is no more than a ruse to distribute, but there is no glory in winning this debate. But that makes having respect for humans so much more priceless. Finan, you are a Chrysos heir without flaw.
I appreciate what you've taught me, Aglaya. I hope we'll live up to your expectations and win this debate.
โตวาทีกัน หัวเราะอะไรเจ๊
Oh, you've done well, Lord Calictus. Let me take over and personally close this debate for today. Dearest counselors, let it be known that I sorely miss the blissful times portrayed in lyrical poems. Back then, Amphorius, yet, in the present, people from all over are forced to leave their homeland to seek refuge in the holy city where they hope to rest under Kefali's protection. All of us have long been in the same boat. We didn't have a choice in the past, but now the Council of Elders brings to the table a new possibility. All I have left is one question for you. Would you rather strive toward the unheard of Era Nova, or return to the prosperous Era Chrysia of our past? Now, which of the two would lead mortals to an ideal future?
ถ้ายุคทองกลายเป็นจริงได้นะแน่นอนว่าต้องยึดมั่นในยุคนี้มันเองยึดมั่นสิ
We all know that Era Chrysia is a thing of the past, Lady Kindness. Please, enlighten me. How does the...
นั่นสิ
Let the three titans of calamity be born, and Era Chrysia is nevermore. But bring demise to those titans, and Era Chrysia will descend...
What?
Know that the Council of Elders is never one to make empty promises. Look at who we have on our side. Anaxagoras, one of the grove's 7 sages, and Castorus, Idonia's goddess of death. With the help of these two heroes, I can promise all of you that Era Chrysia will exist once more.
ทำไมอ่ะ
Aren't they Chrysos heirs? They're supporting the...
It's clear from the start that these heroes do not get along well in their group. All the more proof that Aglaya is unfit to speak on behalf of every Chrysos heir.
Era Chrysia! Era Chrysia!
โอ้พอแบบถึงในพวกเราไปอยู่ฝั่งนั้นนะชาวเมืองก็แบบเห็นด้วยเลย
Castorus? Why are you standing over there?
You finally arrived, Naxa. So have you, Cass.
Don't worry, Aglaya. Well, I know that you have many queries. Could you continue? Tell me, dear citizens, if we successfully retrieve and return Thanatos' core flame without anyone passing the Death Titan's trial, what would...
The answer is simple. We will have a chance to rid the world of death and bring Amphorius back to an era when all...
One of the seven sages.
Your proposal is much too idealistic. As long as the Black Tide still exists, how can...
Remember what I previously said? Kefali's core flame is guarded by the secret power of the Council of Elders. Plus, Bagusa's water curtain will be able to block out any external... Tell me, dear citizens, have any of you ever seen even a glimpse of the threat that this person is talking about anywhere?
Oh. Could it be that you heard that from the Flame Reaver himself? Citizens, let's loudly sing the blessed hymn. Oh, beautiful old world.
After the destruction of the 3 Titans of Calamity, the Flame Chase journey will have to end.
This is bad. The masses are now totally riled up.
Anaxa, pray tell. Everything that you've mentioned hinges on the premise that we can find Thanatos' existence.
Thank you, Lady Aglaya, for still caring about this city. However, dear citizens, we are truly fortunate and blessed. For Castorus, Idonia's goddess of death, will surely find Thanatos on...
What?
With that, I solemnly promise that the core flame Lady Castorus brings back will be personally managed by the... Thereafter, if we are able to garner the support of all of you at the Citizens' Assembly, we shall spare no effort...
ก็คือแคทเธอริสต้องไปตามหาธานาทอสนั่นเอง
With the balance shattered, the result is clear. By Kefali and Talentin above, as the Akama has chosen her destiny. The issue up for discussion at this Citizens' Assembly shall be modified to the suspension of the flame.
Aglaya, dear Aglaya, what has caused your heart to soften? You also don't...
Wag your tongue as much as you like. Since the Flame Chase journey has been preordained by the prophecy, our fail...
Well then, I guess we'll find out if that's true at the Citizens' Assembly.
เฮ้ยมาจะยังไงต่อดีเข้าไปคุยกับแคทเธอริสแต่ทำความเข้าใจว่าไงแคทเธอริสทำไมเธอถึง
Well,
ไปอยู่ฝั่งนู้น
it seems that when I sent you to look for Anaxa,
My apologies, everyone. I know that you have many questions.
In that case, please...
In actuality, he showed me a past that was both long and...
The reason I say this is as I've mentioned earlier. The answer was hidden in my journey.
Anaxa, you were in the Netherrealm?
นั่นเหรอ
Yes, I am but a living dead man now. But that's not important. What truly matters...
เล่นเป็น
Have you heard of this tale before?
โพลิเซีย
A tale about the ocean god's treasured pearl. Our hometown. It was a seaside town which enjoyed the ocean breeze and glorious until one day, an evil dragon descended upon the town. Its wing it barged into the tall tower and devoured the queen's beloved daughter. The queen assembled 300 warriors who managed to subdue the evil dragon by chaining it up. It was then that a devious, smooth-talking scholar arrived at the palace. and suggested that the princess could be revived. Through the princess was reborn! The queen was overjoyed, blissfully unaware that the evil dragon's soul still lurked within the princess's body. As revenge, the evil dragon swallowed the worse still. The souls of the deceased refused entry to the Netherrealm because they were filled with regret. Terrifying death had consumed all. Thereafter,
Until? Oh my. It seems that you still like to whet people's appetites even after all this time, Pelixia. So, according to your story, this is how I used to look? And yet, what exactly?
A miracle that I created with alchemy. As for what it is and how I was able to accomplish it.
Oh, my goodness. Is this cliffhanger really necessary?
Quiet, Titan. Continue to enjoy this splendid play, and the truth will naturally reveal it.
Dragon, huh? I've heard this legend before.
In that case, what do you think of it?
I think that this so-called alchemy was a tenuous analogy added to the story by future generations.
Indeed. Before I left home to pursue my education, I never...
Therefore, we can just treat this tale as a fable told to young children.
A fable, you say? If so, what more?
I guess it might be the concept of equivalent exchange.
Oh? I thought the moral might be closer to something like... What? At a loss for words?
No. I merely realized that we're both thinking of the same principle. If life is priceless...
Indeed. As expected of the wisest scholar in the land.
You flatter me.
Why
don't I ask you a question as well, as a form of equivalent exchange?
Of course. What is your question?
If I imparted my knowledge of the... Would you use it to resurrect someone?
What? What kind of strange question is this?
Let's just leave it at that.
Yes, I would.
ฟูลเมทัลอะเคมิสปะเนี่ย
Oh.
Death is inevitable. In the day, if such a mighty power really existed.
เข้าใจ
After all, you, me, and the rest will all have to face... My time is finally here.
You shall wither, and through that, the dead will sprout again. It is a pity that fate is such...
Is there no other way of interpreting those words?
I'm afraid that the meaning is clear. Between my sister and me, one...
ฉันและพี่สาว
I'm afraid that the prophecy might even have selected a pair of...
Fortune makes fools.
My sister is prepared to sacrifice herself.
ทำไม่ได้
How absurd. My time is almost up, but... what should we do? If I'm
Since Chaos is willing to guide all of us and leave this trial to the end, there is still plenty of time for you to ponder.
That's right. Don't allow the fog of an
Trial, prophecy... But these three people must not have left their names in the epics. Otherwise...
Amphorius' history before the Titans were born was complete chaos. I have long held three hypotheses about this. However...
Calypso,
คาลิปโซ
Pelixia, and this warrior...
Regarding this matter... Nias, are you confident that you'll complete...
Of course.
Oh.
Though...
Looks like you have made up your mind.
Yes. This is the safest
อ๋อ
course of action.
เป็น
Completely separating courage,
ไททันอะไร
honor,
จำไม่ได้
tenacity, sacrifice. You really know.
Please, young lady, witness my fall and demise. Lady,
I do not understand. Why would you?
because this is our destiny. The power that resides within me is so intense. Furthermore, a valorous death before glorious return has always been the path I chose to walk. A journey
I...
Despite being death's chosen one, let's chat, young lady. Perhaps I shouldn't end my journey so hastily, since there's still time. I'm not...
Of course. This warrior is Lord Nias. As the embodiment of Nikador's divinity,
นิคาดอ
he
ใช่ใช่
entrusted
ลื
his
ม
life
ชื่อ
to us
เล่นไป
and
นานมาก
allowed humankind to end his... That means that what I'm currently seeing before my...
Looks like one hypothesis of mine has already been proven true. These heroes are the true forms of the time. If so, the chosen one of death that he speaks of.
Polixia
คือทานาทอส
is
ในอ
the
ดีต
previous form of...
If this is true, as long as we can find out where she went, we'll
But before that, we first need to witness what ultimately...
โอเคครับ พาร์ทนี้ก็จบไปแล้ว เราได้รู้ความจริงแล้วว่าจริงๆแล้วก่อนที่เอ่อไททันต่างๆจะปรากฏขึ้นมา มันได้มีแบบก่อนหน้านี้เขาเป็นมนุษย์มาก่อนนะครับ โอเค เดี๋ยวมาต่อกันที่พาร์ทหน้าแล้วกันนะครับสำหรับคลิปนี้ก็เดี๋ยวประมาณนี้ก่อนละกัน ขอบคุณที่รับชมรับฟังครับ สวัสดีครับ